Hey friends, Ruma here. If you have not been to my channel, thank you for joining me. My channel's name is My Life in Flow because identify as a professional home organizer. I think that's the one thing I'm really good at, that I do naturally, that I have a little bit of a gift for. So I will say, if we're talking about work, I might say I'm a professional home organizer. In my 9 to 5 job, which I've had pretty much all my life, I have been I would use the word account or project manager. So I've been doing that type of work for 30 plus years. I started working in account management in 1980. Nope, not 89. 1991, I believe, was my first job. And actually, talk about manifestation. I want to actually tell you a little bit about that first job. I lived in Canada for many, many years. We moved to Berkeley. My dad taught at UC Berkeley, and I was enamored by San Francisco, specifically the Pyramid Building. I thought it was so fascinating and I just loved it. So I bought a bunch of postcards and I put them in my house back in Canada, put them in my room on my little, like a post-it board, which I guess I think we've been doing vision boards our whole life. We just didn't know it. So long story short, moved to California, go to school, looking for a job. Guess what? My first real job where I actually got a salary was with Sedgwick James in San Francisco in the Pyramid Building. So yeah, I learned to manifest at a young age without realizing I was doing it. And again, just to recap real quick what manifestation is you think about something almost incessantly. You think, you feel it, you visualize it, you imagine it, you breathe it, you smell it, and then you do. So think, feel, and do. There's 3 parts to manifesting. Thinking, feeling, really feeling it inside you, and then doing. Taking action steps towards the goal that you want. So anyway, this video actually is a little bit of a life update about my ganglion cyst removal, which I'm icing right now. So again, my surgery was on June 13th. I had my splint plaster cast removed on June 27th. And 2 weeks after that, I am in the middle of rehab, just home rehab. I haven't gone yet, and I'm petrified. But as you can see, my hands look very different. This one's actually darker. The knuckles have gotten severely darker. My hand is a lot bigger. It's puffy. It's extremely sore. And guess what? I can't move my fingers hardly at all. So actually now I can wave them. There was a point when my cast came off, I couldn't move. I couldn't do this without wincing in pain. What I've been doing for my own rehab is pushing on each finger, pushing. And when I'm not talking to any, when I'm really concentrating and breathing in, because it's so freaking painful. I can't tell you. I feel like I'm breaking my fingers. So anyway, you push, you breathe, you push. They wanted me to be able to make a fist like this, like I'm going to punch someone, in 7 to 10 days. So I have not been able to do that. I've been working towards it, not able to do it yet. So if I keep going, this is kind of like the best I can do with this hand. So yeah, this hand, I just feel like the recovery, my expectation versus the reality is completely different. And that's what my last video is about, is just if you have a chance to just do a little more due diligence about the post-op and how things might turn out. So anyway, going back to manifestation, I worked for Cedric James in the Pyramid Building for many, many years. And yeah, that was kind of my first foray into just unbelievable. When I got that job, it was literally just, it was truly unbelievable. I was completely shocked and in heaven that I actually got that job. Oops, hold on. I'm going to turn that off. We have a bunch of fans going because there is a heat wave here in California. So as far as this recovery, I can show you a couple of things. So even though it was just a giant cyst on my wrist, and you can see where the incision is, this whole area is completely numb. Like I can't, it feels weird to scratch it. I feel like I'm having the same symptoms that I did before the cyst was removed, which was numbness, tingling, pain, shooting pain up to my shoulders, all that stuff, which is just not fun. I also noticed in my last video, I don't look as bad right now. I'm really trying, guys. I'm really trying to bootstrap and pull myself up out of the depression that you get into when you're not well, when you're not healthy. So I'm trying to bootstrap my way out of this. But yeah, it's not easy. And I am going to start actual physical therapy this week. I believe I'll start going in person to the office in Martinez, which is close to where I live. But yeah, so it hasn't been fun. I won't belabor it much longer, but it hasn't been fun. I know it's a process. I know it's a journey to health. And I know the saying that I hate, it is what it is. It is what it is, and I have to accept it where it is now and really push to make this better. So I'm working on that. And hello, if you haven't actually been on this channel before, my name is Ruma. I am a professional home organizer. That's what my channel is really about. Is about just your surroundings, your home, your sacred space, and really making it beautiful for yourself. Today, and also the science behind decluttering and cleaning your space, it really does make you feel better. It really, truly does. I know from experience with hundreds of people, but I also know for myself. So for example, right now I have one hand that's functional. My other hand, arm, fingers are not working well. But you know what I did today? I went into my garage and I went through, I have these boxes where I save packing material, bags, paper bags, things for my clients. Well, my clients have a bunch of their own stuff. They don't need, they don't need me to save a bunch of stuff. So I literally cut it down to half, and I put a bunch of plastic bags in separate little bags, and then just other pieces of plastic that come with clothing, etc. And I found a place that does plastic bag recycling. So I was able to get 2 boxes filled with junk, filled with plastic, and my husband was very nice and took it for me to the plastic bag recycling center. So you may have to look, if you are inundated with plastic bags and they're literally taking up space, like I think I had 5 boxes underneath my foosball table just with other bags, cardboard, packing material, and boxes. So yeah, just start getting rid of stuff. Okay, I am not good with this whole recording thing, so my videos get cut off. I don't know why. But anyway, I don't want to make this too long, so the thing with the plastic bags, find a plastic bag recyclery near you, and please just get rid of 75% of your plastic bags. Keep some so that you're not having to take them from the stores, and reuse them, recycle them, share them with people, whatever. The other actually little not recycling, organizing tip that I wanted to share is especially for women's clothes closets. So during the pandemic, which I know is a really hard time for so many people, for so many reasons on so many levels, but the type of personality I am, honestly, I felt like I was thriving during the pandemic. I love being home. I could work from home. I could do everything from home. Just be in my garden, be in my house, make it extra nice, do extra deep cleaning, all that stuff. But I know it was a really hard, tough time for people. I don't want to be I don't want to bring it down to, oh, I had a great time during the pandemic. No, it was a time of death and despair. It was a really sad time. And I want to acknowledge like so many people that passed away. And it was really sad. And it was a turning point for the world. There were silver linings. I remember that like it smelled better outside. There was less pollution. There were several silver linings for a lot of people, different things, but that was just what I remembered for myself. But anyway, I did 8 closets starting in October of 2020. Once you could start going out, I think it was 2020, October. I think you could start going out with a mask. But anyway, my first client, I was so proud of her. I told her to order labels from threadup.com, which is a online consignment, world's biggest online consignment store. And you take all your stuff, put them in a box, make sure it's not more than 30 pounds, send it to threadup. They will catalog each item. They will take pictures of it. They make it look so amazing. You might go onto their website and say, oh, that's so cute. And then you might say, oh, shit, that's mine. So yeah, don't do that. You're not shopping. You're getting rid of. So threadup.com, get rid of your stuff. But yeah, so with the pandemic, I did about 8 women's closets. And it's such a fulfilling thing to help people just get their surroundings in a beautiful place for them, creating systems for them, and just really encouraging and helping them to get rid of the excess. Every single story, every single woman I've helped, they have gone on to do incredible things, whether it's being in a new relationship, changing jobs, traveling, doing all these kind of really incredible things, which for me, once I get the news back of what they did, it's just really fulfilling and rewarding work. So that's why I do identify myself as a home organizer, and that's one thing I love doing. And when you get me in a space, or if you send me pictures of your space, I can help you make heads and tails of it, and I can help you make it better. So that's just part of my home organizing spiel and what I like to do. And yeah, I am married. I have a husband named Nick. I have 2 kids, Austin and Rio. I just have a wonderful, wonderful, supportive family who supports me in all of my crazy endeavors. I do a lot of different things, and they support me in everything. So I'm basically a Gen Xer. I was born between 1965 and 1980. My husband also is a Gen X. And we are the product of the silent generation. And we produced two Gen Zers, so Zoomers, they're called. And my children are wonderful. They've been through a lot riding through the pandemic. I think youngsters these days have really been through a lot. And, one thing that actually really, I have a pet peeve when I hear people, even my age in their 50s, they get that old farty kind of disgust. Oh, kids these days, they have it so easy. No, they don't. They don't have it so easy. In fact, kids these days have it really effing hard. So don't fool yourself and look at numbers and look at stats, and you will figure out how hard your child has it these days. Kids these days do not have it easy. And I don't want to go on a rant, but I don't like hearing adults and even parents belittle their own children and say how in their era things were so much harder or whatever. I mean, to be honest with you, family-wise, I did not have the greatest childhood, but childhood-wise, my childhood was magical. It was fun. It was fun. It was just fun. Like, we got to just go all day. You could go do things. You could go for bike rides. You could be gone for a whole day, even though I would get in trouble for that. But, I mean, it was just, there was a freedom. There was a sense of freedom when I was a child that kids these days don't have, that my kids did not have. Because we had to watch them 24/7. We have to know where they are. And even if they're out in the front yard, I mean, look at in Pinole, the city next door. Amber Schwartz Garcia was stolen from her front yard, riding her bike in her own little cul-de-sac on her driveway. So that aside, I'm just saying, like, kids these days don't have it easy. Everything about the economy is can be and is difficult. So yeah, I just wish everyone would have empathy for every era. Every era had its own its own bullet list of bullshit. Every era, people went through things, okay? Every era, there was something. So instead, just maybe have empathy for each era and have respect for our elders. Our elders are so wise and they can be so helpful, and have respect for the youngsters. They are creative, they are brilliant, they have new ideas, and they are going to change the world. And they're going to change the world for the better, the world that our era was, had a hand in messing up. And so, yeah, I really encourage empathy and positivity where possible. I'm generally a very content and happy person, but this surgery definitely has me down. And now see, my hand is like on fire. I think I just melted this bag of peas. But going back full circle, what I was talking about organizing, I went in the garage and I did the bag organizing, and I honestly felt better after. Like, a little part of my garage was cleaner, and my husband took all the stuff away, and it made me feel better. I mean, I know it's not a big life-transforming organizing job, but it did make me feel better. So I just want to encourage each and every one of you to declutter somewhere, declutter a space in your home. I call it capsule decluttering. Find a small area of your home, whether it's a closet, a drawer, a cabinet, maybe a linen closet. It could be the back of a drawer that you've been pushing things there for years. Go ahead. Get down on hands and knees, take it all out, and start fresh. And just do one little thing. One little thing will make you feel better, and it will clear up the space and get you back some real estate. And think about keeping open space, just clean open space. All my corner cabinets where, the cabinetry is kind of weird, and then there's like a it goes. I will learn how to keep this going. But anyway, I'm trying to do a one-take video, and my video keeps friggin', like, I don't know, cutting out. Anyway, go to that corner cabinet where you start pushing things and hiding things. Unleash it, take everything out, and leave it out, and leave it empty. It's okay to have empty spaces in your home, and it's good. You never know. So, anyway, I want to wish everyone a wonderful weekend. I hope you all had a great 4th of July. I'm off next week. I'm going to continue with my rehab, and I'm so grateful. I have to say one thing, when you're really down in the dumps, like I mean down, and you are feeling sorry for yourself, crying every day, blah blah blah, all that negative emotion stuff. Honestly, doing the gratitude thing can change it. It can be helpful. I started just saying things like, I am so grateful for my nail clippers. I'm so grateful for my son who cut my nails because I can't cut them. I'm so grateful for my bed sheets, my pillowcase, all my extra pillows that prop up my arm above my heart. I'm so grateful for my daughter who's just been giving me baths and taking care of me. I'm so grateful for my husband who is just doing all kinds of extra things around the house, that things we were going to do together, and he's just doing them on his own. And I'm just so grateful. And when you start bringing back in the gratitude, even if it's for something silly, it really does help. It helped me because I was in dire straits these last several weeks. I just felt lost. I felt like, am I ever going to be healthy again? I felt like all of the progress I was making towards health is just like boom, down the tubes, one setback and I'm done. So yeah, so just again, be grateful. I am grateful for you, for anybody who's listening. Thank you so much. And I will have a lot more organizing tips and stuff on this channel. And one last tip I want to quickly share before my video goes off again is if you have a lot of clothes in your closet, do capsule organizing. Just take out one category. So take out all the t-shirts. And I have had a client who had 96 t-shirts. Take out all the t-shirts. Quickly pull your top 20, then pull your next top 20, and then with everything else, categorize it into what type of t-shirt is, and then pull the bottom 10 favorites from each column. Pull your bottom 5, your bottom 3, your bottom 5, your bottom 10. Throw them in a bag and donate them. Don't look at them too hard. If your goal is to create less and be less with more in your closet, that's the way to do it. So thank you again for listening, and I promise I will have a lot more fun organizing stuff for you to watch. Bye everyone. I'm supposed to learn how to wave. So you know how you wave like this? Well, I cannot do that, so I'm just going to wave like this with my big hand. Bye everyone. Just realized one last thing I need to add with regards to gratitude is that I am actually, my work extended my time off. I have a very busy training schedule next week, which requires you to navigate with, 3 screens, with really moving and shaking and doing a lot of stuff in a Zoom kind of training setting. And my big boss was so kind and empathetic and said, look, I know how stressful those trainings are and can be, and I don't want you in that situation. And I literally broke down, and I was just crying so much with my coworkers, and they have been so empathetic and kind and supportive, and I can't thank them enough for allowing me to heal and get better. And also my siblings, I have an incredible brother and sister, and my sister has just been like a lifeline of positivity and sending me wonderful messages. and staying in touch constantly and consistently. Yeah, and then, my little daughter Rio has a wonderful, wonderful boyfriend. He is such a keeper. His name is Ernesto, and he has just been part of the family and helping and coming over and doing gardening, putting together outdoor furniture, helping Nick with whatever he needs help with, doing like errands with Rio, cooking with Austin. He's just such a wonderful part of our family, and I really just have so much gratitude for him as well. And honestly, I was in that phase of just feeling really crying and feeling sorry for myself and upset with my situation, and I had to bootstrap myself and sit up and do a whole gratitude thing, and it did help, and it does work, and gratitude is key. I think gratitude is a foundation that if we all lean on that when we're really down, we'll just always see how much abundance and how lucky we really are. So grateful again for all of you. Thank you so much. Let me cut the video before it cuts me, and hope to do some more. And thank you for watching my practice videos. I appreciate you. Good night.